What happens when an injury affects every area of your life and the load of it all becomes too great to bear? We know that injuries that result from an accident can harm your body, but what happens when it stops your hard work?
Everybody in the way our system works, everybody has to work in their own interests. And I don't blame insurance company for acting in their interests. They have shareholders, they have to make profits, etc. And so I expect them to act as a way to maximize how much money they make. That's their job as a company. But they're in a business where they know people are going to get injured.
It takes hard work to negotiate with insurance, organizing injury history, and ultimately going to trial if that's what it takes.
I had 5 children with me at the time. We're heading back from a shopping spree for my daughter's prom. On our way back, we had a gentleman go through the median while we were on the highway, and we T-boned him at 72 miles an hour. Monday afternoon after the wreck, I had gotten a call from the other insurance company offering me $10,000. I was going to sink in every way if this is what I did.
It was another insurance company trying to act like someone's trauma and the effect on their life had minimal value. And they're offering that amount for somebody who's every day for years, was misery. She's having headaches, migraines, and it's insulting.
And final verdict awarded roughly about $400,000, which was 4 times the amount of policy. The reason why the jury came up with this number and agreed with it is to cover my payments for my medical care for the entirety. I can't give enough good words about Mann Wyatt Tanksley.
A real focus that we have as a firm is not letting you just be a number to them. We want them to see that you're a person, that you matter, and that this is not theoretically affected you in some vague way. This is real, and it's really changed your life.
I was T-boned in my vehicle. The result of the accident resulted in an injury to my left shoulder. I was a suspect for a superior labrum tear. I then started to notice that I couldn't care for my son, who's disabled. He's got cerebral palsy. I have an older son, and I also have 2 younger sons right below him. There's nothing more to a man than his pride. And seeing my older son carry the burdens of the physical side of the household, it hurt me a lot. That's why I had Mike and Jesse, because I would console with them, and they would help me through those processes. They would help me remember the quality of life that I did have at what I'm aiming to get.
He had already felt early on like the insurance company wasn't taking care of him. He realized pretty quickly that they weren't looking out for his interests. So he realized that he needed representation. And we had a meeting right here in my office for the very first time. And right out of the gate, I could tell that Aaron was a client that I think we could really benefit by representing him and advocating for him. As a lawyer, I'm never allowed to make any promises in terms of what a case is worth. But what I had the opportunity to do in that first meeting was explain to Aaron how it is that we could advocate for him and walk through this process with him to make sure that he was able to have his rights enforced.
Not feeling richer in money, I walked out feeling richer in knowledge, richer in love, richer in family values, because I felt I had finally met my purpose with this whole thing.
They don't get to force you to do anything. They can't force you to take a settlement. They can't force you to accept an amount that's not fair. You have a right to have it heard by a jury. And so if they're not going to treat you fairly, we'll file suit so we can, get your case in front of a jury and let them tell the insurance company what your cases were.
We're honoring life as you knew it before the crash, even if money is not enough. And sometimes money isn't enough. You'd rather have your life back. When you need compensation for your injuries, let us carry the load. Mann Wyatt Tanksley, your future injury attorneys.